Hello all. In this lecture, we are trying to learn another new program regarding sorting techniques. So in the previous lectures, we had completed bubble sort and then next comes our insertion sort. So what is the basic logic in our insertion sorters? If suppose you are taking the values like 5, comma 1, comma 6, 2, 4, 3 like this, if you'll take the second position value and you'll compare it with the first one, right? As I said, if I take 5, 1, 6 and then 2, right? So what will happen when I'll make my key element as a second value, I'll compare my second with the first one. As I said, I had given 5 and 1. So obviously 1 is lesser than the 5. So what should I do? I should bring my 1 to before 5. That is, I'm trying to insert that second position value to another new position as a basic one, as a 0th position in the front, and I'll move my 5 to the second position. As usual, again my 1 will come to the first position, right? So 5, 1, 6 I had given, right? So next what I'll do, I'll compare 6 with what? The beside element. So what is my beside element? 5, right? So if I just compare that, what will happen? 6 is greater than 5, so no swapping is required there. At the same time, 6 is again compared with the first value also. So 1 is less than 6, so I don't need any swapping, right? Again, next what I'll do, I'll increment the next value. So if I'll give like 3, if I'll give, right? So what will happen? I had value 1, 5, 6, 3. Now what I'll do? I'll compare 3 with 6. It is smaller value, right? So what I'll do? I'll just swap those two. So now what will happen? I'll get the values like 1, 5, 3, 6. Again, you will compare 3 with 5, right? So at that time, what will happen? 3 is smaller. So again, I require the swapping. So what it will happen now? 1, 3, 5, 6, right? Again, 3 will be compared with the first element. So when you will compare, 1 is lesser value and 3 is higher value. So no need of swapping. So what you are doing here is you will take the value and then you will start comparing. If suppose you are having the lesser value, you will try to insert that in between those upper and lower values, right? So that's a reason here the name itself is like insertion sort. You'll take particular value, you'll do the comparisons and you'll do the insertions, right? So the same logic will be applied here in this. So I'm taking the variable n, I, j and temp array of 64 size and asking user to enter number of elements, and then you're reading those elements by using your for loop here, right? So next what I should do, I need to do my comparisons. Before that, I need to take out the position of the second value. So, and also for the for loop, we are moving from 1, right? So generally, if we'll use I equals to 1, and then we'll make the condition as I less than or equals to n, right? Because if we start counting from 1, we'll make I less than or equals to n. But if you'll closely observe here, we'll take I less than n. And from the second position, we'll be starting comparing, no? So for that reason, you are making j is equals to I, that is j is equals to 1. And then you are trying to compare. While j is greater than 0, that is, if the value is greater than, I need the first position, right? So that one we are checking out. And also area of j minus 1 is greater than area of j. If suppose my first position, that is 0th element, whatever it may be, is greater than the j of area of j, that is first position value, then you will try to swap. Or else you're not going to swap any value, simply you'll move to the next element, right? So these are the 3 lines for which we are using for the swapping technique. And again, you are trying to minus value, because once you are inserted, you will also check with the previous one, right? So for that reason, minus. And then, so this loop will be repeated until you'll complete all the elements, and n number of comparisons will be done for each and every time from the selected element to the beginning. From the selected element to the beginning. Always you need to make a comparison. So for that, you are using your for loop, right? And for that comparison of value, you are using this while loop. And for swapping, you are using this temporary, that is using 3 variables, right? And then finally, you are trying to print the sorted list which is available in array of I. So this is very, very simple actually, but a bit confusing also, right? So let us compile this code once and then we'll try to execute it. So compilation, no errors we got. Run, enter number of elements. I'll give 5, right? So enter 5 integers. I'm giving same 5, 1, 6, 3, 4 I had given, right? Not 3, I'll give some bigger value, 8, and then 3. Right. See the sorted list. We got 1, 3, 5, 6, 8. So each and every time first you'll compare here. So you'll check out with 1. 1 is being compared with 5. It is smaller value. So you will swap. And then your pointer will come to the sixth one. Say that is to the value 6. 6 will be compared with 5 and 1. Again, there is no need of any swapping. Right? Again, your pointer will come here 8. 8 will be compared with 6, 5, 1. No change. Again, you'll come to 3. 3 will be compared with 8. It is smaller value. So you will swap. Again, 3 will be compared with 6. It is smaller value. You will swap the value. Again, 3 is compared with 5. Again, it is a smaller value. So you will swap. And then finally, you will compare with 1. So it is not smaller value. You are not going to swap. So finally, you'll get the resultant as 1, 3, 5, 6, 8. Right? So this is what actual logic of your insertion sort. So hope this video is clear for everyone and even the logic, right? So that's all for this lecture. Thank you all.